What happens when a company decides humans are no longer essential? It starts with excitement, words like efficiency, automation, and innovation. But beneath the buzz, something darker brews. Over the past few years, giants like Google, Amazon, Tesla, and Microsoft have raced to prove they can run faster and cheaper by replacing people with AI. Investors cheer, stock prices jump, and CEOs call it the future. But behind the headlines, a harsh truth is emerging. Most of these experiments are not working. From McDonald's drive-through disasters to news written by AI that collapsed entire outlets, the reality is far messier than promised. Because somewhere along the way, they forgot something simple. AI can calculate, but it can't care. This is the story of what happens when we make humans optional, and why that decision might be the biggest mistake of our time. The world is standing on the edge of the biggest labor shift since the Industrial Revolution. Experts estimate that up to 40% of global jobs could be reshaped or replaced by AI in the next decade. Nearly 1.5 billion people whose daily work could change or disappear. It is not just factory workers or cashiers at risk anymore. White-collar jobs, writers, designers, analysts, even software engineers are all feeling the pressure. Yet, a report from the MIT Economics Lab found that only 5 to 7% of AI projects actually deliver results. The rest are costly failures. Still, the money keeps flowing. Goldman Sachs predicts over $1 trillion in AI investment by 2027, driven by the illusion that automation equals profit. But behind the boardroom optimism, employees feel the fear. Teams are under pressure to prove their worth as algorithms quietly replace them. Startups chase hype instead of progress, with analysts calling it AI washing, bragging about automation to impress investors. And the irony is this: the faster companies rush to replace humans, the less efficient they become. So why is replacing people turning out to be so much harder than it looks? On paper, replacing people with AI sounds like the perfect move. Machines do not need sleep, breaks, or paychecks. They do not get emotional, call in sick, or ask for promotions. So why not automate everything and watch the profits roll in? Because the real world does not run on formulas, it runs on human judgment. Take Tesla, for example. Back in 2017, Elon Musk tried to build an almost fully automated factory for the Model 3. Robots handled the welding, assembly, and even seat placement. But it did not take long for the dream to fall apart. Constant malfunctions slowed production to a crawl. Costs skyrocketed, and Tesla had to call humans back to save the line. Musk later admitted what few CEOs ever would: humans are underrated. That same lesson keeps repeating. When Duolingo replaced its human contractors with AI tools to create lessons, engagement collapsed. In just one quarter, user retention fell by nearly 20%. The AI could translate flawlessly, but it could not teach. It did not understand tone, humor, or what motivates someone to keep learning. Even at Microsoft, one of the biggest champions of enterprise AI, internal reports show that most full automation projects fail because they underestimate the complexity of human-centered systems. Chatbots cannot sense frustration, recommendation engines cannot detect confusion, and algorithms cannot navigate moral nuance. And here's the twist: every time AI fails, humans have to fix it. They retrain the models, rewrite the prompts, and rebuild the systems. The time saved on one end gets lost on the other. Automation does not eliminate human work, it just changes it. That is the part so many executives ignore. Once you remove the human element, things start breaking in ways no machine can predict. And by the time they notice, it is... When companies remove humans from the equation, the damage isn't always immediate, but it runs deep. It starts quietly, with small cracks that don't show up on spreadsheets. a missed detail, a frustrated customer, a loss of trust that no algorithm can measure. Take Clara, a fast-growing fintech company that replaced over half its customer support agents with AI chatbots. The CEO promised faster, smarter service, and for a while, it looked like progress. But within months, complaints skyrocketed. Resolution times rose by 27%, and customer satisfaction fell sharply. People didn't want efficient, they wanted human. A similar disaster struck Sports Illustrated when it swapped real writers for AI-generated articles. Readers spotted factual errors in lifeless prose, and within weeks, traffic collapsed by 40%. The company eventually reversed course, but the damage was done. Even inside organizations, the psychological toll is massive. Microsoft surveys show over half of employees fear AI makes them look replaceable, leading to paranoia and declining morale. Productivity doesn't climb, it erodes. And there's the ethical cost. When algorithms decide who gets hired, fired, or approved, accountability disappears. The system feels smarter, but becomes colder, less fair, and deeply impersonal. Replacing humans doesn't just save money, it removes the safety net. And as more companies learn the hard way, those small cracks are turning into collapse. By now, the list of companies that tried and failed to replace humans with AI reads like a cautionary tale. Every story starts the same way: bold promises, flashy headlines, and then disaster. Take McDonald's, for example. In 2024, the fast food giant rolled out AI-powered drive-thrus at hundreds of locations. It was supposed to speed up service, but instead, it created viral chaos. Customers complained that the AI mixed up orders, added bacon to ice cream, and charged hundreds of dollars for orders. Nuggets, the innovation they hoped would save money, ended up costing them their reputation. Then there is Taco Bell. Their chief technology officer told the Wall Street Journal that sometimes it lets him down, but sometimes it really surprises him. That is the problem: unpredictability. You cannot build a business on uncertainty. The same story unfolded in the media world. Sports Illustrated replaced journalists with AI writers. Readers noticed something was off: strange phrasing, wrong stats, lifeless tone. Within weeks, outrage exploded online. Traffic plummeted 40%, and nearly all human writers had to be restored. The fallout cost millions. And yet, despite these failures, companies keep repeating them. Why? Because the short-term illusion of AI efficiency pleases investors. Stocks rise, headlines celebrate innovation. Behind closed doors, teams scramble to fix what the algorithms broke. The rush to automate has turned into a feedback loop, one where perception matters more than performance. Analysts call it AI washing, exaggerating the success of artificial intelligence to attract attention, money, and market value. But as more corporations follow this path, the question becomes unavoidable. If replacing humans keeps failing, why do they keep doing it? The answer lies not in replacing humans, but in learning how to work with them. Some companies quietly discovered that when you combine AI with human intelligence, that is when things actually start to work. While many companies were busy firing workers and boasting about AI efficiency, a few chose a smarter path, using AI to empower people rather than replace them. And that single decision changed everything. At Unity, the video game engine company, leaders implemented AI tools to handle repetitive support tickets and summarize issues so human agents could focus on complex problems. The outcome? Over $1.3 million saved annually, and not a single layoff. Productivity jumped, morale improved, and customers actually noticed the difference. The same story played out at Hisco, an international insurance firm that introduced Microsoft's Copilot to streamline claims processing. What once took an hour now takes 10 minutes, but human adjusters still review and approve every claim. The results were striking: faster turnaround, fewer errors, and far less burnout across 14 countries. The secret? These companies didn't treat AI as a replacement for human intelligence. They treated it as an amplifier for it. Machines handled the speed and repetition, while people provided the judgment, creativity, and empathy that no algorithm can replicate. Even Amazon, once known for its aggressive automation push, is shifting course. After years of replacing warehouse workers with robots, the company is now investing heavily in human training programs, realizing that the most efficient system is the one where people and machines collaborate. This approach, often called augmentation, represents the hybrid future of work. It's not AI versus humans, it's AI with humans. A balance where both do what they're best at. And when done right, the results are undeniable. Companies that integrate AI gradually with training and oversight, companies can see up to 35% higher productivity and 27% lower costs. Because technology is not magic, it is a mirror. It reflects the values of whoever builds it. And when those values prioritize people, AI does not replace humanity, it elevates it. If companies keep chasing the fantasy of a fully automated world, the future will not look efficient, it will look empty. Analysts warn that if the current pace continues, we are heading toward a society where millions are out of work, creativity is algorithmic, and efficiency becomes the new excuse for inequality. Some experts even call it the next digital depression, not because machines will take every job, but because corporations will stop valuing the humans behind them. Imagine a world where customer service is nothing but chat bots. Journalism is written by predictive text and is mass-produced by prompt generators. Sure, things will be faster, but they will also be hollow. No emotion, no unpredictability, no human touch. It is already starting to happen. Entire industries are being reshaped by AI without guardrails. Writers' guilds are striking over machine-written scripts. Tech companies are hoarding massive amounts of electricity to power data centers, raising global energy consumption. Meta alone runs over 600,000 high-end AI chips, each costing up to $40,000, burning through resources faster than entire small nations. And while the public is told this is innovation, the truth is more complicated. Reports claim many of these AI projects aren't even profitable. OpenAI reportedly spends billions more per year than it earns. It's a race running on hype, not results. But the real cost can't be measured in dollars. It's cultural. When we remove people from the process, we remove the storytelling, the empathy, the shared experience that gives work its meaning. The future risks becoming a place where everything is optimized, but nothing feels alive. The choice is simple. We can build a future where technology serves people, or one where people serve technology. And right now, that decision is being made in boardrooms around the world, often by those chasing short-term profits over long-term humanity. Because if we keep ignoring the lesson, the next thing AI might replace isn't just our jobs, it's us. Here's the truth. AI isn't the enemy. The real danger comes from what happens when we forget why humans matter in the first place. Every time a company replaces people with algorithms to save money, it chips away at something far bigger than payroll. It erodes trust, creativity, and connection. The data already proves it. More than half of businesses that replaced workers with AI now regret it. Productivity dropped, customer satisfaction collapsed, and the systems built to simplify life ended up making it harder. AI can process faster, predict better, and scale wider, but it can't feel. It can't see the look on a frustrated customer's face, it can't comfort a disappointed client, and it can't understand what truly motivates a team. That's why the companies thriving today aren't the ones replacing humans. They're the ones reinvesting in them. Because every great innovation in history, every breakthrough, every masterpiece, every leap forward began with human imagination. Machines can replicate results, but not inspiration. So, before we hand over the keys to a world run entirely by code, we need to ask one question. Are we building technology to serve us or to replace us? Because if the answer is the latter, we won't just lose jobs, we'll lose the very thing that makes progress worth it. AI might be the future, but without humanity, the future isn't worth having.